DFS Special. I'm your host, Lord DFS Jerusalem, coming to you live from the list. You got 150 entries, and then you're a shark, and I don't fuck with you. So there's too much good shit on here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my lovely co-host. Thank y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy. I may have been calling in to work. You're gonna be in the running for the Snowflake of the Year. Get your shit together with your snowflake. I'm at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. Throw them bitches in the main. I'm telling you. You're gonna see the results, bro. You're gonna see it. This is what's really gonna help you out. You know how I feel about the home dogs. There's a lot of fight in the home dogs, and I really think a lot of shit to go over tonight. Who that scored all them points over there? Player of the night. Get him in your lineups. Get him in there. And let's go get this money. Thursday, let's go. And remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300. What's up? What's happening? What's going on? It's your big homie, the DFS Jerusalem, and of course, you can follow me at DFS Jerusalem on Twitter. Today, we are jumping right into this big Monday. We're going to make an outline of the week, see how many games we have on each day, and we're going to do our very, very best to go ahead and get to the money. There's not going to be a feature 4 plays. Pretty self-explanatory. It's a very small slate, 4-game main. Shout out to all the homies that are already in here. Bill Butlicor. What's up, big homie? Got Sean McClendon in the spot. Also, we got Keanu Lee, man. Good to see everybody in here. Come on in. Come one, come all. Will Flowers just jumped in. Come on, everybody. Let's get up in here, man. We're going to be chopping up the slate and just going through it, man. We're going to go with our regular format of the show. Everything except for the feature 4. We're going to discuss games. We're going to discuss point totals. Something that a lot of people they don't want you to look at. They don't want you to use the sites against each other as a gauge. They don't want you to do that, but that's what we do inside of the sweatshop in our very first look at the slate. Also, we're going to go over to FanDuel, and we're going to build an actual FanDuel lineup. The last 2 lineups we made cashed, and we're doing pretty good. The last 2 lineups we made cashed, and we're doing pretty good. The one before that, the one and not so much. Not so much. So, we're going to jump into that, make a couple lines, man. We're going to get into it. So, shout out to everybody here with us. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's go and take a look at the week. We're going to outline the week, okay? Yo, shout out to Anthony Johnson, man. Much love to you, bro. Yo, did y'all see the weekend that we had with a homie? Went ham. He hit for, like, 2nd place and 4th place. Won, like, 30 racks. Wasn't that crazy? Dude got it in, man. There was so many people that were, like, winning inside of the group. Like, I was happy as fuck, bro. That shit was crazy. To see that many people, man, you know, changing lives like that. And the homie Nicholas Pringle says, what about DK? Okay, DraftKings has this thing where they do not, I can't make a full lineup for you on DraftKings. I can't do that. And if they find that I'm doing that, they will suspend my account and any other account they feel are linked to what we're doing. FanDuel is not like that. They don't mind. So that's how we make a FanDuel lineup. Plus, I'm more of a DraftKings guy, but I feel like the better I can get an understanding of what goes on FanDuel, even though I do like FanDuel, the better I can do that is to go out and build that lineup with you. Shout out to the envious one, man. That's my dude, man. Much love to you. What's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while, man. Good to see you, bro. So let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Monday, we've got 6 games on deck. Charlotte Hornets going to Indiana. We've got Minnesota and Atlanta. That's going to be a Jeff Teague returns to Atlanta thing. If he actually plays, I know he's been hurt. He got a sore ankle, I think, or maybe a sore knee. We'll get into it. Then we've got Philadelphia and Milwaukee Bucks. We know that it's a back-to-back for the homies, so his minutes could be limited if he does play at all. Then you've got Phoenix and the Memphis Grizzlies, 2 really bad teams. Miami and Dallas is probably going to be a good one in the last game, which is the only televised game on today's slate. Is going to be the Boston Celtics going to Denver. So that's not a bad rotation of games for the first one. That's really not it. Then on Tuesday, We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we got 9 games on Tuesday, man. So that's going to be nice. That's jumping off at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be dope. We got 9 games on a Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we've got 6, 7, 8. We got 8 games on Wednesday. That should be good. Something to look forward to there. Okay. You got Charlotte and Atlanta playing each other. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be good. Then February the 1st, talking about Thursday, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 games on Thursday. They always do us like that on Thursday, bro. They always do us like that on Thursday. Then Friday, February 2nd, we've got 9 games on Friday, which should be good. Then we're going to round it off on Saturday, where the games start at 3:30, but we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 games all day. And then Sunday, we're going to be jumping off at 12 p.m. Eastern time, and we got a ton of games in the early, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. We jump off at 12 o'clock. So it's going to be a really nice week, man. This is going to be a really nice week, and I'm looking forward to it, man. So let's go ahead, jump into it right now. The first game we've got on the slate is going to be the Charlotte Hornets going to Indiana to take on the Pacers. We're going to be coming from a DraftKings perspective when we enter the game, but as we talk about that game, then we're going to jump right into the FanDuel to kind of get a gauge on the pricing and what that means, okay? So first game we got is going to be the Charlotte Hornets going to Indiana to take on the Pacers. We got Kemba Walker at 8K on the road. And has Kemba really been that much better at home than he is on the road? Let's take a look at that. I want to look at that because this was the case last year. Last few games at home. Let's go to the last 5 games at home. 46, 37, 52, 42, and 36 in his last 5 at home. On the road, 50, 38, 41, 38, 39. So Kemba just has been pretty good. I think ever since they was like, yo, Kemba, we're going to trade your ass, he just started playing well. He just started balling. Like, they were like, Kemba, we're going to trade your ass. And he just started balling out. Like, I think he loves Charlotte. I think he loves being in Charlotte. I don't think he wants to leave. I really don't. So many other players, this goes just to speak to how dope Kemba is as a player and as a person. And how humble he is. Anybody else that got that type of, oh, yeah, I know you're the face of the franchise, but you're not a big enough face. Even though this team is a small market, you're still not big enough, and we'll trade your ass if something happens, if something comes up better than you. And he goes out and just plays harder. Like, he takes that as, oh, shit, let me get my shit together. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. That's dope. Shout out to the homie Kemba Walker. Dwight Howard at 9.1. Every time I say the price is too high for Dwight, he goes out and crushes. In his last 6 games, 53, 56, 50, 49, 43, 48. I mean, this dude, 52. This dude has been balling. And they're feeding him. They continuously feed him. And we know how much the Indiana Pacers have been struggling against centers. But do we love him here in this spot? Paying at 9.1, man, is just so hefty a price tag for me. It's just so hefty. So Kemba, I think Kemba is in play here at 8K. Howard, of course, Howard is in play, but can I get to him at 9.1? Probably not. I'm gonna have to see what his price is on FanDuel before I can make a strict determination. MKG at 4.2. Well, I think you're probably gonna see Batum guard Oladipo. You're gonna see Kemba on Collison. You're gonna see Batum guard Oladipo. You're gonna see Thaddeus Young matched up with MKG. So that's gonna curb my enthusiasm for Thaddeus Young. I do kind of like MKG because Thaddeus Young is a very active guy. Gonna be a part of the offense, and I see MKG being on the floor a lot. He's only priced at 4.2. I can get there. I think Marvin Williams is in play at 4.2 as well. Jeremy Lamb at 4.5. A little bit priced up for a bench guy, but on a 6-game slate, I think you can go there for fun. I really do. On the other side, we got Vic Oladipo at 9.3. Yo, Vic barely. Like, he almost approached value. Damn, Howard is 10.1 on FanDuel. Oh, my God. He barely approached value over the last few games, man. 46. That's good for, what, 5X? Yeah, 44, 40. Like, I don't know if we've seen, like, plus 9K plus Vic Oladipo over the last few games. So, is he playable in this spot? Because it's a small slate, I think you can take a look at him. Darren Collison at 6.2. The price is up on him just a touch, but I wouldn't have a problem here. I think you can play him. Thaddeus Young at 5.7. Don't love that. Miles Turner at 5.8. Yo, if Miles Turner is starting, it's quick question says from the chat: are we fading Sabonis now that Miles is back? Most certainly, most certainly. until the price gets back, you know, around in the 5Ks. I mean, I don't want to play 6K plus for Sabonis in a backup role when I can grab the starter that's probably going to play 20 plus minutes as well at 5.8. You know what I'm saying? So I think Miles Turner will be more in play for me here than Domantas Sabonis. Lance Stevenson at 4.7 on a 6-game slate, somebody who you're going to have to consider. He will be called to come out and play defense against the second team because we know it's not you, but I'm just saying the Pacers are going to need those guys to play good, solid second team minutes and defensive minutes in order to keep the Hornets from scoring and going ham and not being able to go step for step with them. So Walker 8.5. You got Nick Batum is 5.5. Where Michael Kidd-Gilchrist 4.9 and Marvin Williams is 4.5. Yo, is Batum cheaper? Let's take a look. Because if Batum is cheaper, coming off of that subpar performance from the other night, he's 200 cheaper. Batum is in play for me. I'm going to highlight him. Nick Batum is in play for me. He is 5.5 and 200 cheaper than he is on DraftKings. This could be a spot for him, especially. This could be a spot. Yeah, I mean, you hate to play cats against Vic defense, but I mean, he's a big guy, rangy guy. He could play some 3 or 4. I kind of, to me, 2 or 3. I like him. I think Batum could be in play at 5.5. Frank Kaminsky at 4.1 is cheaper. He's a guy you can look at. Vic is 9.3, very similarly priced, same price. So he's going to be usable on FanDuel as well. As we know, the defensive stats can really rack up points over on FanDuel, and Vic Oladipo is a guy that could get 3 blocks for 4 steals. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy that can do that. Collison, exponentially cheaper. He's 6.2 on DraftKings, 5.5 on FanDuel, and we've seen point guards really get it off against Kemba this year, so that's going to put Darren Collison strictly in play for us. And, yo, Collison has been killing it over the last few. Has anybody taken a look at him, man? He's been killing it. 31, 50, 32 in the last 3 games. And I'm going to take a look at him at home and see what he's been doing. 31, 34, 20 against Miami. You would expect a low total against Miami. 28.9 against Milwaukee. He's in play. Collison is in play. He's squarely in play. Miles Turner, even cheaper. He's 5.8 on DraftKings. 5.5 on he's playable. He's playable. And this is a pace up spot. He is playable. Sabonis is 6.5. You don't really love that one. Yeah, I like Miles Turner, Collison, and Vic in this spot. I think you can use those guys. Let's take a look at the next game. It's going to be Minnesota Timberwolves going to Atlanta to take on the Hawks here. This is going to be a nice one as well. We got Karl-Anthony Towns at 9.6. We know the Atlanta Hawks do struggle against centers. He's going to be in play for us. Jimmy Butler at 9.4. Another guy I think you can use. Jeff Teague. If Jeff Teague is 100%, I think he's a guy that we can play. But the fact is, he does have have a sore ankle. He does have a sore ankle, and he didn't play very well. And if he sits out, that's going to automatically make the injury chalk fall on Tyus Jones. It's also going to be on Jamal Crawford at 3.8, and you know Jam can shoot it, so you know what that is. Since Jimmy Butler is back, I think that makes us curb our enthusiasm for Andrew Wiggins, but it does create more shots. More opportunities, more rebound opportunities for Taj Gibson at 5.7, who definitely is in a plus spot against the Atlanta Hawks front court. So Dennis Schroeder at 7.2, he's going to be usable either way. If Jeff Teague is in or if he is out and Tyus Jones play, you can look at Schroeder here. You can definitely do that. Now, we also know that Jimmy Butler, bro, defensive rating has not been what it's been in years past, man. He is not a lockdown defender. He's not playing lockdown defense. Of course he can. I think he's just spending so much energy on the offensive side that he's not putting the same into defense. So that's going to put Kent Bazemore in play for me. Also, Taurean Prince, I kind of like those guys. Off of the bench, we're talking John Collins at 4.9 could be a usable play. And that's about as far as I can go. Now, I wouldn't stack Atlanta, but I could play any number of those 3 guys that are starting, Schroeder, Bazemore, and Taurean Prince. Let's go over and take a look on FanDuel and see what the pricing is to see if there's any discrepancies that we may want to capitalize on. Well, we got Karl-Anthony Towns is priced up 200 more. Jimmy Butler is priced up. You've got Jeff Teague at the same price. You've got Andrew Wiggins at 6.5. Taj Gibson 5.8. No, you're not getting a break at all on the Minnesota. And what that says to me is this is probably the most stackable offense. This is the most across both sides. I would say this is the most stackable offense across both sides. You're not getting a break on any of these cats. You're really not. Dennis Schroeder at 7.3, similarly priced. Torian Prince, similarly priced. Ersan Ilyasova, Bazemore. Yeah, Bazemore's alive, bro. Bazemore has been balling. Let's take a look, man. Bazemore has been balling over the last few. He dropped like a 50 joint recently, didn't he? Or 39. 39. Okay, 2 against Washington in 18 minutes. 39 against Charlotte, he balled out. Let's take a look at what he did last time against Timberwolves. He played him twice last year, didn't do much. And Torian Prince has had a couple decent games as well. 19, 27, 4, 29. No big shakes, but I think Minnesota is the most stackable offense right now that I've seen so far on the slate. Easily. Next game we got is going to be the Phoenix Suns going to Memphis, going to the Grindhouse to take on the Grizzlies. We got Devin Booker at 8.7, fresh off of a 2 technical ejection. Probably going to be matched up against Reek Evans. That's gonna make me kind of curb my enthusiasm for him, man. If Reek is playing, really excellent defender. I don't think I can jump all over Devin Booker, but he does seem appealing though. He does seem appealing. Let's take a look and see what he's done against them in the past, man. If they've played each other. Yeah, he had 48 against them. He had 48 against them on the 26th, the day after Christmas. Let's look at Ricky Reek and see if he was playing. Because if Ricky Reek was playing, then let's take a look. Yeah, and he had 43. He had 43. So that might be something to take a look at. Yeah. Okay, D-Book is a go. We can go with D-Book. Marcus Chris, 4.6. Yeah, he's definitely going to be playable. Tyson Chandler really let us down. Only played 10 minutes last time out. Could see the start and play, 20-plus minutes here at 4.4. I wouldn't have a big issue if you wanted to go his direction. Troy Daniels is in a starting role. He is priced at 3.8. Let's take a look over his last few games. 14, 24, 23 in his last 3. On a 6-game slate, that's going to make him playable. Let's add a request for Booker's home and road splits. Let's take a look. Last few games at the crib, 23, 31, 49, 35, 53, 46, and 48. On the road, 31, 35, 48, 69 against Portland. So he's pretty much he's better on the road, which is weird. He's a better player on the road, which is weird. Josh Jackson at 4.8. Don't love that one. I could fade this game. This game could be a fade. It really could. If Ricky Reek is playing, of course he's gonna be playable. So is Marc Gasol at 8.5. But this could be a fade. Even on a 6-game slate, this is a game I don't have to play. Let's go over and check out FanDuel and see what some of the pricing discrepancies are. Chandler doesn't play the second game of a back-to-back. Okay, D-Book. Okay, there it is. He's cheaper. He's again, he is cheaper on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. Devin Booker is an unmitigated value. And last time against the same team, against Tyreek Evans, he had 45 points. He was priced at 7.1. That's gonna make him playable over here. You got Chris is 5.2, Chandler 4.4, Troy Daniels is 3.6. If he starts, it's gonna make him more of a play. He is cheaper. Marc Gasol, stupid cheaper. 8.5 on DraftKings, 7.9 on FanDuel. Please give Marc Gasol a look here. Then we got Tyreek Evans at 8.2. He's 100 more. Okay. Monroe got ejected. If Lynn is out again, Chandler sits. Greg is a lock. Okay. Next game we got is going to be the Philadelphia 76ers on the second leg of a back-to-back, going to Milwaukee to take on the Bucks. So we got Joel Embiid is 9.8. There's a very good chance that he does play, because I saw a report that says that he could be cleared to play back-to-backs at the end of this month. And we're here, and this is the first back-to-back that we see. He did play last night. There's a good chance I think he can play again. But you will want to curb your enthusiasm. I don't know if he's going to get full minutes. I'm not sure. We're going to definitely grab as much information on that as we can. He is probably going to be matched up with John Henson. And if that is the case, John Henson is a.k.a. barbecue chicken. So Embiid is in play. If he does play his full allotment of minutes at 9.8. Ben Simmons at 8.9. There's a couple of reasons why. There's a couple of reasons to play Ben Simmons here. There's a couple of reasons not to. There are a couple of reasons that you can play Ben Simmons. Is he has been playing better as of late, number one. Number two, he's going to be up against Giannis Antetokounmpo, who actually, he's going to be on the floor forever. He's going to be on the floor forever because, I mean, Giannis is the engine to the Milwaukee Bucks offense. So for those two reasons, you can play him. Number two, and the two reasons why it's hard to play him is because, of course, he's a much better player at the crib in Philadelphia, and secondly, Giannis is not a bad defender himself. So I'm going to suspend that and leave that up in the air until we get more information. But if I had to choose between the high dollar Canada team, I would go Joel Embiid here. Dario Saric at 6.8. Don't really love that. Covington is in play for me at 5.9. Timothy Laou-Cabarrot is at 4.2. Don't really love that one. TJ McConnell at 4.5. I think McConnell's in play, especially if Jared Bayless and JJ Redick are both out again. On the other side, you got Giannis at 11K. I'm not a big fan of Giannis here. Ben Simmons is an excellent defender. I think those two guys could cancel each other out. I think the ownership is going to be high on both of them. Ben Simmons because he's cheap, especially on FanDuel's 8.5. And Giannis because he just came off of a huge 70-some-odd point game. I think those guys are going to cancel each other out. I'm not going to have much exposure to either one of them. The guys that I do like from Milwaukee, I like Eric Bledsoe at 6.9. You get him under 7K, I think you've got something. Especially with Malcolm Brogdon being out. Keanu Lee points out that Justin Anderson has seen an uptick in minutes. He is priced down at 3.4, so we can definitely get to give him a look here. Then Middleton at 7.1. Giannis, I like Eric Bledsoe. That's all I really like. All I really like from this game, from the Milwaukee side, is Eric Bledsoe. That's all I really look at. A quick question from Rob Iman. Should Orlando fire Frank Vogel this season? Hell yeah, they should. Frank Vogel sucks as a coach. He's horrible. He's horrible. But injuries have really hurt them too, though. All right, so taking a look at the other side, we got Embiid priced down 100 cheaper. Definitely keeps him in play. Ben Simmons being a 400 cheaper on FanDuel. That makes him a play that we want to look at. Timothy Cabarrot at 4K. He is cheaper, 200. We can look at him. Eric Bledsoe is only 7K. He's 6.9 on DraftKings. That's nice. That's usable. Giannis is 600 more. Don't really love that. And the same thing over here from Milwaukee. Is Brogdon may play tomorrow or no? Well, let's take a look. A few minutes ago, okay, Brogdon will sit out Sunday's game. He sat out Friday night's game against Brooklyn, remained sidelined with a sore calf versus Chicago. The 25-year-old guard has been clutch for Milwaukee this season, averaging 13, 3, and 3 in 31 minutes per contest. With Brogdon out, expect Dellavedova and Tony Snell to pick up the minutes. The Bucks will match up against Philadelphia Monday, so that'll be his next opportunity to return to action. So we need to find out what's up with shoot-around. We gotta pay attention to the beat writers and to what's going on in Milwaukee in terms of if he does make shoot-around and play and how he feels and see if he wants to give it a go. But remember, this is a soft tissue injury. Those things are easily re-aggravated. So be sure that you're keeping yourself abreast to whatever news and notes that we have going on. Next game, we got Miami Heat and the Dallas Mavericks. This is one of my favorite games on the slate because we've got two teams here that not a lot of people love to play. They just don't love to play these teams. And I'm going to tell you why. You look at the point total. It's 196.5. And people think, oh, man, it's defensive struggle. Not a lot of points are going to be scored. But I beg to differ. I think in games like this, it's very easy to tell who is going to score the points. Because Hassan Whiteside averages what he averages for a reason. Goran Dragic averages what he averages. Harrison Barnes averages what he averages. So if you look at this game, and the guys who are going to get them are going to be the guys who average what they average, like the good players, right? The studs are going to ball out in this game. And we're not going to see a ton of points off of the bench. That's my opinion. That's what I've noticed. So immediately, Goran Dragic, Hassan Whiteside, both of these cats priced well, Hassan Whiteside's price is nice. 7.7, you've got to consider that. In a matchup where nobody can guard him. on the other side. Nobody can guard him. Dragic, who is rounding into form at 7.5. I like that. Josh Richardson at 6.4. I like him as well. You've got James Johnson, Tyler Johnson. I think Tyler Johnson doesn't play at 5K. Definitely. Kelly Olynyk at 5.2 could be somebody that you might want to take a shot at. So I really like this game. This is a really nice game. On the other side, I think Harrison Barnes is a very solid play. Not a big fan of Dennis Smith Jr. Even though he is priced down, he's at 6K. Let's take a look over his last few and the matchups he's played well against. Denver, Portland, and Portland was a really tough team against point guards, and he went out and he dropped 39 points. With his raw athleticism, he's been able to play quite well. 21 against Houston, 35 against Washington, 42 against Portland. Yo, he hasn't been playing. He's been playing pretty well. And he played the Heat one time this season, and in 27 minutes, he only had 19 fantasy points. So I want you to be aware of that. Wesley Matthews at 5.2, definitely somebody that I would like to take advantage of. JJ Barea could be back. Barea could be back here. Yeah, he had a left an oblique injury. Okay, so he could be back. He did sit out. Steph Curry, Devin Harris. Let's see what's up with Steph Curry. Yo, if all these guys are out again, oh yeah, he's out. Yeah, Curry is out. Devin Harris. When the fuck is Curry gonna come back, bro? Lil Brown's pretty good. When is he gonna come back? So yo, with all of these dudes out, man, you've got to look at your Yogi Ferrell and man, yeah, Kleber. Who else is gonna match up with Whiteside? Yeah, Kleber is barbecue chicken, bro. There's no way I'm not playing him. I'm not playing anybody around the rim against Whiteside. Nah. Give me some Barnes. You might twist my arm enough to get Dennis Smith Jr. And Wesley Matthews. Those are the guys that I like. I want to go to FanDuel and have a look-see and check it out. See what the price points are. Whiteside 7.9. Ooh, Dragic, yes. 6.8. Give me that. I like that. Josh Richardson is 100 more. James Johnson, pretty cheap. Tyler Johnson, 100 more. Yeah, Whiteside is definitely in play. Harrison Barnes, 6.6. He's 500 more. Yeah, you could see a lot of measuring. You could see some measuring. That's right. Sean McClendon says, yeah, you could see some measuring out there. Then we've got Dennis Smith Jr. is 6.4 on FanDuel. Not a big price difference from DraftKings. But Dragic at 6.8, I like that already. I think that's nice. Then probably the most sought after game on the slate is going to be the Boston Celtics going to Denver to take on the Nuggets. Real quick, man, Kyrie is 8.8. We love to attack Gary Harris with a solid point guard, and Kyrie Irving, one of the best in the league. On a 6-game slate, he is definitely going to be in play for us, as is Al Horford at 7.3. I like Jaylen Brown here to bounce back at 5.5. Tatum, not a huge fan of Tatum here at 5.3. We're going to have Aaron Baines, who's probably going to be able to get the start to match up some with Nikola Jokic. That would make him barbecue chicken. I do think Jokic is in play here. Will Barton at 5.7. Definitely somebody that we can use. Gary Harris is a yes for me. And Mason Plumlee at 4.8. Now, we know. Yo, Mason Plumlee looks kind of Corey. Yo, we know what Boston gives up to power forwards, bro. They give it up from a rebounding perspective, from a scoring perspective. And you've got Mason Plumlee, a guy that can come off the bench. A guy that can come and play very well. And you got Trey Lyles as well that can be good off of the bench at 5.1. Bam. So, yeah, man. Plumlee at 4.8 looks very tasty here, as does Trey Lyles off of the bench. Y'all kind of like this one. Look at that, bro. Okay, and they've played the Celtics at 4.4. He dropped 28 points in 32 minutes. Yo, Plum Dog is in play. I kind of like Plum Dog. And he is power forward center eligible. Sean McClendon says Murray against Kyrie defense. Yo, actually, they're the best team in the league against point guards. Honestly, Boston is the best team in the league against point guards. They limit point guard production. They really do. You've got to be like a straight stud point guard to like get off against Boston. Like they limit point guard production, and Jamal Murray is so streaky anyway that I think I would just go the other way. I wouldn't have to, fuck with him. I really wouldn't have to. So we got this is another sneaky guy that I want you all to pay attention to, because Rozier is a game time decision and Marcus Smart is a game time decision. And that's gonna open the door for Shane Larkin to play some backup point guard minutes for Kyrie. So definitely take a look at Shane Larkin if you know Terry Rozier is going to be out, and I think Marcus Smart. If Smart and Rozier are out, definitely. Uh, he isn't supposed to return until the 9th of February. So if by some reason Rozier doesn't play, Shane Larkin, bro, you gotta look at it. Boston is for real. Only Curry and maybe a few, but Kyrie, yes, that's true. Yeah, I mean Curry cooked them the other night. Let's be real. Curry cooked them the other night, but you've got to be able to shoot it from half court in order to kill the Boston Celtics defense as a point guard. Yes, Smart is out for Smart is out for a few weeks. There you go. There you go. Okay. Yeah, man. Yo, Shane Larkin, bro, could be the sleeper that we might want to fuck with, man. Murray gonna eat. Sean McCullough says he likes Murray, bro. Let's take a look on FanDuel, see what the price points look like. Let's look. All right, so we got Kyrie 9K, blah. Al Horford is 200 cheaper, which usually is like that. Jaylen Brown 5.5, similar priced. Tatum at 5.4, blah. We got Marcus Morris at 4.7. Could be somebody we can look at. Shane Larkin is the minimum salary at 3.5. Okay. Jokic is 9.7. Jokic is all the way up. Barton 6'3". Plum Dog is 5'5". Look at that now. Look at this. Plum Dog is 5.5 as a center on FanDuel, which centers are usually cheaper. He's 5.5 as a center on FanDuel. He's 4.4 on DraftKings. Plum Dog is in play. Plum Dog is in play. Plum Dog is in play. He's cheaper than Trey Lyles. I like him. What Brown has been stinking up the joint, actually. Bad game out last time. Okay, 20, 23, 17, 25, 23, 28, 35 in his last 6 games. He's seen the Nuggets earlier this season, dropped 42.5 on them. So that's going to put him in play for us. Okay? Yeah, I like Plum Dog, man. I really do. Plum Dog is in play. And it's only a 1.5 differential and a 204.5 point total. So this is good. So let's go mosey on over to FanDuel, man. And we're gonna build a lineup here. The first thing I'm gonna do, I want to lock my center in. And I can tell you, either way for me, I probably will not be paying up much for centers. The guys that I'm looking at the most, I'm gonna come with 3 of them. Okay. I've got Plumlee at 5.5, who I like. I've got Hassan Whiteside at 7.9, who I like. And if I have to spend up for a high dollar center, it would be Karl Anthony Towns at 9.8 against the Atlanta Hawks. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go and see who is at the crib. I want to see who's at home. And of those 3 guys, one of them is at home. And that's going to be Plum Dog. So I am going to put Mason Plumlee as the starting center for me, even though he's the power forward. At point guard, you already know much love I had for Goran Dragic. He is cheaper on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. I'm going to send him in there. The shooting guard, we've got Vic Oladipo, D-Book, who I do like, who is cheaper. Let's use him. And then at small forward, who are we talking about? Who do we really like at small forward? I think it was Jaylen Brown against Denver, which would give us a nice late night. A good late night hammer we could use. Cool. I'll take that one. And then at power forward, man, Ben Simmons is cheaper than he is on FanDuel. Thad Young, Sabonis. We got Trey Lyles, Taj Gibson, who I kind of like against Atlanta. Yeah, I kind of like Taj Gibson. I think Taj Gibson is going to be the play for us. Yeah, yeah. Taj Gibson is going to be the play for us. Give me some Taj. Boom. So we've got 7.1 per player. Now this is where we grab our stud. Do we grab a point guard stud in Kyrie Irving? Do we grab the shooting guard stud in Vic Oladipo? Do we grab the small forward stud in Giannis? Now I know that I don't want Giannis, and I don't want buckets either. I don't want Giannis or buckets. Give me it's either at this point it's either Josh Richardson or it's Harrison Barnes. And I want to go Barnes. I like Barnes. I'm gonna go Barnes. Yeah, I'm gonna go Barnes. Somebody from Denver. Somebody from Denver. Gary Harris at the 2 guard. 7.1 for Gary Harris. And then so now we got 6.8 per player. Let's find a cheaper point guard that we can use. I think we did like Bledsoe. Everybody like Bledsoe. And then power forward, we've got how much to spend? We got 7.7 left for our power forward. Uh, hmm. Saric, Thaddeus Young. Dirk, Jabari. Ilyasova is pretty cheap. Ilyasova is pretty cheap. Kleber, Gorgie. This is tough. This is tough because we've got some salary left on the table. If we pay all the way up to like Saric, who I don't really love, uh, we can go up in other places. But I don't love Saric. I'd rather play someone else. Kleber. I don't want to play. I'm not playing Kleber against Whiteside. Henson against Dirk has a 34 at home versus Miami. Okay, all right. So we play Dirk. Let's say we play Dirk, right? And so that's gonna leave us with 2,900 more in salary. We have 2,900 more in salary, so we can go up somewhere. We can go up somewhere. Can we get the buckets? No, we can't get the buckets. Trey Lyles, he can still. Okay, okay. We got Trey Lyles, and then swap Jaylen Brown. So Covington is a guy we can play, or Josh Richardson. Fade Jaylen Brown. Okay, so how does this look? We've got Dragic, we've got Bledsoe, Devin Booker, Gary Harris, Josh Richardson, Harrison Barnes, Taj Gibson, Trey Lyles, and Mason Plumlee. This is pretty vanilla, bro. There's no star power here. This is pretty vanilla. I don't know how I feel about this one. This is some vanilla shit here. Okay, all right. This is what we made. This is what we made. All right, and we got 600 on the table. See, yeah, man. I feel like if I have Goran Dragic, I've got to play Whiteside. Let's take a look. Let's take a look because we got Lyles in there, so that's our power forward. Let's throw Whiteside in and see how that moves us. Okay. Whiteside. So now I'm down 1,800. So if I get off of Trey Lyles, this is pretty much a Miami stack. Yeah. They keep benching Whiteside. Booker and Obvious discomfort after the game, getting X-rays. The game he got kicked out of? Okay, they're on Kleber right now. Kleber. They are on Kleber. Bam. All right, Kleber. That's it. Okay, so we got Whiteside, Kleber, Taj Gibson, Harrison Barnes, Josh Richardson, Gary Harris, Devin Booker, Eric Bledsoe, and Goran Dragic. Goran Dragic. Keep Lyles. Get off Harris. So I'm off Harris. Now I've got, okay, Wiggins, Will Barton. Ooh, Will Barton could be in play. Take out Booker and put in Bazemore. Dragic, Bledsoe, Booker, Barton, Josh Richardson, Harrison Barnes, Trey Lyles, Maxi Kleber, and Hassan Whiteside. Okay. I like this a lot better. This is cooler to me. I like this one. Or you rather Wiggins? Nah. I like this one. Which stud do I like the best? Uh, if I had to pick one, like if I had to pick one that I like the most out of like the top 10 guys, it would definitely be Joel Embiid. If I knew he's gonna get full minutes, he's gonna get 30+ minutes. I would play Embiid. Yeah, I would play Embiid. It's the one I like the most. Why? Because you got, Giannis is gonna be covered by Ben Simmons. Uh, Buckets at 9.4. He's the guy that's playable. Can we consider someone cheaper than Bledsoe? Of course. Let's do that. Let's look. All right, so we're gonna consider someone cheaper than Bledsoe. You got Jamal Murray, Dennis Smith Jr., Jeff Teague, Bam. Ooh, I like Darren Collison. I liked him already. I like Darren Collison anyway, and I kind of want to get up to buckets. I really do. Yeah, I like Collison. Fuck yeah. We said that in the beginning. We said that in the beginning. So Dragic Collison, I'm pretty set right there. I'm pretty set. Dragic Collison. Jimmy Butler did play, and he balled out. I want buckets, yeah. I want buckets, I'm keeping Barnes. Okay, so now we got 5.4 left. Ooh, we was 100 off of Jaylen Brown. I want buckets. Collison not going to make it to 20 fantasy points, FanDuel points. Buckets and Warren. So we're getting off a maxi pad. Yeah, I'm getting off a maxi pad. And we've got 4.7 left for these last two spots. Now, power forward. This is where we gotta hit at. I think we got a hit here. And we got Kelly O at 4.6, which is gonna make this a crazy. Even Will Barton is not somebody who I have to play. Yeah, Collins been balling. He has been really. What do you think of? Okay, Ilyasova. Looks like he'd be playable. Gorgie Jang at 3.8. Marcus Chris, yeah. Okay. He's 5.2. Hmm. Kelly Olynyk looks nice to me. Gibson and Morris if you want. Yeah. That makes complete sense. Well, shit, Gibson only give us 3.7 left in salary. I think Morris was 4.7, and then that gives us 4.8 left in salary. And guess who's sitting there looking? Guess who's sitting there? Dirk. That's it. Yo, that's it, right? That's the line right there. This is the one. Play this shit right here, B. Look, okay, Doc, walk through this. Look, Goran Dragic, Darren Collison, Devin Booker, Will Barton, Jimmy Butler, Harrison Barnes, Marcus Morris, Dirk Nowitzki, and Hassan Whiteside. Bam. There you go. Cash it. That's your lineup right there. That's it. Go and get it. That's it right there. That's it. That's the one right there. This has been your big homie, the DFS Jerusalem. You can follow me on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem, bringing to you a dope ass FanDuel line. Give it a play, get it in there, and let's get this money. Shout out to everybody that's been enjoying the stream. Thank you so much for your attendance. Remember, if you want to be a part of what we do in the sweatshop, it's very simple. You can go to the website. It is www.dfssweatshop.com. Let's go in. Let's go in and get this money. Very easy to do, man. You go to the website. You got two options: $14.99 per month, 50 cents a day, two punk ass quarters, cheaper than what it pays to take care of one of those dollar a day kids in whatever foreign third world country. 50 cents a day, two punk ass quarters. Get involved. Or the second option is $119.99. You can pay for a full calendar year. That's going to take you through the rest of NBA, NHL, we got that going on in the spot. Golf, we got going on in there. MMA, we got going on in there. NASCAR is coming up. Oh my God, Jeremy Ladd, shout out to the homie Jeremy Ladd. So much shit's gonna be going on, man. So get with us, man. We will be rocking out for you. Thank you so much for joining us here in the sweatshop. Meet us in the VIP. Let's powwow. Shout out to all the fam. Remember, I want you to keep it real. I want you to keep it honest, and always, always keep it 300. Peace.